Sometimes you have to be selfish. And I know that's a controversial statement. You have people on one side of the spectrum that are all for it. You have people on the other side of the spectrum that are completely against it. But I believe the truth is somewhere in the middle, to where we are ultimately here to serve, and we're here to do things that are beyond just ourselves. But also, we're humans. We're humans with emotions. We're humans that have to succumb to our health, whether it's good or bad. Regardless, one day we're gonna die. I just drove past somebody with a cowboy hat. That was crazy. Someday we're going to die. So we have a mission here on this earth, but it's finite. We have a limited amount of time to get it done. So why not maximize that time? Of course, from a socio-economical standpoint, we don't always have the resources. Like, some people can't afford the Whole Foods. Some people don't have the education to know how to take care of themselves. But we live in an information society. Even if you don't know how to read and you have access to a cellular device like the one I'm recording this video on, you can go onto YouTube and you could even ask ChatGPT, and they can give you the vocabulary to do the research to find the people that can spoon feed you the information that recorded their own YouTube videos and have educational content. Like, there's just so many different ways to find the information and even to ingest the information. And it should be a top priority. We really don't talk about it enough, whether it's financial, whether it's physical health, whether it's emotional health, whether it's spiritual health. Those are the most important aspects, even relational health. We need all of these things. And sometimes you have to be selfish. Sometimes you have to withdraw and prioritize these things, because sometimes we're on self-destruct mode. Even if nobody can tell, I know for me, I was on self-destruct and I didn't even know. My physical health was deteriorating. That word be eating me up. My physical health was just on a downhill spiral. And at the time, the people around me weren't telling me. So I really wasn't, like, I could see it, but I really didn't care because I thought that other things were more important. When the reality is that's equally as important, if not more important, than some of the things I was prioritizing. But if you don't have the people around you that will be honest about that specific thing, like, they were honest about so many different things. That was one of the things that I wish somebody would have told me. And I believe it was out of love and out of just trying to be graceful with me. But truthfully, I wish somebody would have told me. So I'm telling you right now, if you look in the mirror and you notice that you kind of let yourself fall off, of course, this one thing is like, it's kind of like this cycle where you might be single and you trying to look your best, you trying to feel your best, and then you get in a relationship and you just get comfortable and allow things to fall off. I don't want us to do that anymore. I want us to be in the healthiest relationships of our lives, in the healthiest state of our lives. Like, we shouldn't get comfortable, because what will our partner think? Of course, we love each other and it's all right, and I love the dad bod, I love the gut and all this stuff. Of course, we say those things, but do we really want that? Like, out of love and out of grace, we might do those things, and even out of comfort, we might do those things, but do we really want that? Do we really want that? If we got together and you was looking good and you got comfortable and you just kind of start slacking a little bit and you still look good because you my shawty, you my mans, but like that gut is a whole pillow. You know what I'm saying? When we first met, that thing was too hard. It was like sleeping on the floor. But now that gut's like a pillow, and it's like, oh, we just adding furniture now? You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna add no furniture. That's not what we should be doing, man. We've gotten comfortable with that, but moving forward, I I don't want that. I want my woman to hold me to a certain expectation, and I'm going to hold her to the same thing. And of course, if we fall off, there will be grace, but I want to have the openness to say, hey, like, I see this and I can help you. Or is there anything I can do to make this process smoother for you? Can I help you with your meal plan? Can I go to the gym with you once a week or something like that? Can I stop buying this junk food to put in the house? You know, like, we need to support each other, and we need to be more honest about our physical health, because it's just as important as everything else. And it's the physical representation of everything else. So my physical health was really the mirror that showed me maybe things aren't as great as I thought they were. I thought I was maintaining, I thought I was doing what I needed to do. And I believe I was for that season. But my physical health was really the mirror that showed me when I had an appraisal, when I looked in the mirror and really analyzed myself. I realized, I was like, maybe things aren't as good as I thought they were. Maybe I'm not as healthy as I thought I was. And that started this whole self-improvement journey that I'm still currently on and will probably be on for the rest of my life. And the goal is to find relationships of people that are on that journey, and we can do it together. So sometimes you just have to be selfish, even if it means that you have to withdraw just to work on yourself to prepare for those relationships of those same people that are prioritizing the things that you want to prioritize. You can't necessarily push for people to prioritize things that you currently aren't prioritizing. Like, you have to become the person that has that circle of people. And the goal is to have the people that don't just want to be selfish, and also the people that aren't completely resisting the selfishness. There's something in the middle where you have to withdraw. I think about in the Bible, Jesus had to withdraw. He was serving people, he was eating with people and talking with people and ministering to people, but he had to withdraw. Every now and then he's like, all right, I gotta dip, I gotta get out, you know what I'm saying? He probably didn't even say it all the time. Sometimes he probably got up crack of dawn. I mean, we know he did according to the Bible, but like, he probably got up before everybody else, like before anybody else was currently up. He just got up without saying anything, just withdrew, spent time with the Father. And we don't know health-wise what he was doing. I don't know if he was doing dips. I don't know if he was doing some squats and some push-ups or something. We don't know. They got a lot of walking in, so it's all good. But he had to withdraw. So what makes us think that we don't need to? But there's a balance, because ultimately we're here to serve. And if you withdraw to where you're just not serving, you're not going to feel fulfilled. There's going to be a gap in your life. So there's a happy medium that is easier said than done trying to navigate. But if you prioritize it, God will put those people in your life that are also prioritizing it. But I just encourage y'all, and I encourage myself to continue to prioritize these things. Sometimes we have to be selfish. Sometimes. Can't put enough emphasis on that. But if you enjoyed, please hit that like button. Please subscribe and turn on that bell for notifications, because I post kind of sporadically. I could post every day, but I meditate on these things. I want to meditate on these things and really think about what I want to share with y'all, because these are things that I'm going through, things that I'm meditating on, and I just want to share it when it's more developed. So sometimes it might not be daily posts. Sometimes it might actually be daily posts. So if you hit that bell, you'll get actual notifications of when I post. So hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully you hit that subscribe button. I got music out. Check that out. I got a Linktree link. Please check all that out. But I love y'all. Have a good day. All right.